We're all creatures on this earth, and anybody with a simple scientific temperament will also know that it's the interconnectedness of life that helps us live on this planet. With mountainscapes, you don't have much land to do agriculture on. Land holdings are small, terraced. So then how do people live on landscapes like the ones in the Himalaya? You have to live close to nature. You have to live close to the forests. Now, these forests are critical for any community living in or on these landscapes because they provide not just fuel wood, fodder, water, slope stability. I mean, कहावत है यहाँ पर पहाड़ों में कि when all else fails, then you can turn to the forest for a livelihood. Now, what is the arrangement? I mean, forests hai, communities hai, people are there, but you have to have systems of management, and that's where the unique institution of Van Panchayats come in, where a piece of forest land with its resources, water, streams, trees, animals, the ecosystem within a forest are governed, protected and conserved by communities, not only, as a separate thing from their lives, but something that they depend on. Their lives depend on it, but their livelihoods depend on it. So there is a mutual interest both for the communities and for the forest beings to work together, and that is done through the Van Panchayat. In a small village like Sarmoli, which is like any ordinary village of the Himalaya, the primary livelihood here has been agriculture, and along with that, shepherding. With climate change and with the way the economy is changing, many things are getting impacted. Now, agriculture is not as productive. Of course, it's for subsistence. But even then, what people used to grow for a lot of their needs through the year is becoming harder. So we need to have alternatives. When I was first elected the Sarpanch of the Van Panchayat, the challenge was to get people to engage with continuing to look after their forest commons. And I realized that people were hard pressed to earn a livelihood, and oftentimes they would say, look, we don't have any alternative income, so we have to go out and earn. And that's when we thought of the idea of doing tourism, which was nature-based. So we started in 2004. The rule was very simple. Those of us who will give time for looking after our forest commons can then also earn from tourism. So we do homestays, we have adventure-based activities, we have nature-based activities. All of that connects back to our forests. So we conserve, protect and earn from it. Amongst the many things that we're doing is that we are working towards agroecological farming techniques, which is where we integrate our farming practices with our forests, where we are working on traditional farming techniques, but also integrating things like polytunnels, polyhouses that make it more resilient and the ability to deal with extreme weather events. Uttarakhand, and particularly in Kumaon, we have a custom called Alto Palto, which is really a collaborative way of working, which means everything does not depend on whether you can hire labor. An example is that if somebody has to put farmyard manure in one field, then everybody will come, join in, help out and then do the next. This collaborative spirit is something that still exists in villages of Uttarakhand. if we have to deal with climate change, the wisdom already exists in communities. It is them that we have to listen to more keenly. There is no such thing as endless growth. At some point, we have to understand how much is enough. We don't want to talk about isms, but isn't it very apparent to us that we've wrecked the planet? We're continuing to wreck it. We haven't finished the job yet. And that capitalism has run its course. Why is it that communities like ours are a beacon of hope? We are a community that's, in a way, it seems as though we are stuck in time. It's 50 years back in time, but we are thriving, we're happy, our children are educated, we're living in a balanced way with our environment. Why is it that cities have lost that skill or have given it up? So these are choices that I think civilizations make. Unfortunately, civilizations that have chosen wrongly have ended badly.